We're back. Third Phase of Moon. We're live. Welcome to the show, everybody from around the world. This is Blake Cousins with Third Phase of Moon. And let me tell you, we're looking at some photographs coming in to our Facebook. And right away, what are we looking at? Coming out of Brazil, an astonishing bright orb, golden orb. And this is coming in from Andrea Zurich. And from Brazil, look at these photographs. Look at these. And if you're not being able to see them right now, we're going to be posting this to our Third Phase of Moon YouTube channel. That's going to be an incredible display of photographs. Look at this stuff. Let me tell you, what am I looking at, people? I'm describing it as a orb of some sort, but an orb that we can't. It's a golden orb with portals. You can see reflections coming off from the forest. It's hidden in this shrouded mist in the sky, hovering there, and lights emitting from the bottom of it. And it has almost like a yellow and metallic hue to it. What kind of metallic object is this? And then definitely you can see underneath it, it looks like it's kind of a flat base with some portal lights underneath it. Definitely, in my opinion, these photographs are genuine. Incredible photography coming in. We want to get to the people who shot these photographs. And we're going to be getting to callers here real soon. But also I wanted to point out there is something coming in. This is more breaking news coming into our Facebook. And this is coming in from Jack Crouch, coming in from Torrance, New Mexico. What are we looking at, people? He says, let me describe it to you. If you can't see it, you're looking at it right now on our YouTube channel, Third Phase Moon, of what looks to be some kind of massive disc-shaped drone, maybe a possible military drone. Some people are calling it the Aurora, the possible Aurora. Look at this thing. There's a big flatbed truck hauling this thing off. It's making the rounds on Facebook right now, and it's coming in from Jack Crouch, again, from New Mexico. There's a lot of security going on. And what are they transporting? Is this some new DARPA project going on? Is this some kind of some people are saying that it could be the Aurora, or the UFOs are military. They don't see any markings on this thing. That is interesting. We don't see any markings on this massive craft being hauled on a flatbed trailer. And this Jack was able to snap off a few pictures. Some people are saying maybe it could be a prop for Hollywood, but I highly doubt it. But it seems like there is some security going on. All right. Now, let's see. We're going to be getting to callers. It seems like it says there's going to be only 10 minutes left on air. I have no idea why that might be cutting short, people. I have no idea. That may be trying to shut this radio show down. But let me tell you, if it blacks out, we're going to be taking calls. Don't worry about that. But the flash chat might bump out. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. And, wow, this is disconcerting. But let me tell you, we're going to try and get to as many callers as we possibly can. I just wanted to let everybody know if that happens. Okay, so now what was captured in Brazil and what was captured in New Mexico? Everybody, leave your comments below once you get to see these incredible photographs. I want to get your opinions of what we've just witnessed. This is quite exciting, if you ask me, doing this live and taking calls from around the world with breaking news coming in. This is Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins. Let's bring in the calls right now. And if you've got something important to share, just press number 1 on your keypad when you call into 347-934-0378, and you'll be taken straight to the top. So let's bring them in. Let's bring in the callers. Let's go to air code. Let's see. I want good, new, original stories. If I've heard them before, maybe we might have to skip because I want new stories. You're live, Third Phase. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Is this Blake?
Yeah. Who else do you think it'd be? Yeah, you're speaking to him. Third Phase Moon. You're live.
I've been following you guys for years. But, okay, so I got to tell you a story about something that me and my friends seen when we were little, right? We were smoking cigarettes. We were younger. We weren't supposed to be smoking cigarettes. We're out in a little 2-man tent. It was my birthday. We're looking up in the sky, and I said to my friend, I go, this is the time shooting stars come out. He's bull crap, right? We're looking up in the sky, and we see a star. It starts moving across the sky. We're like, that's got to be a satellite. It's going across the sky real slow. We're like, wow, that's weird. and then when it got to its destination, probably I don't even know how. Let's say if you spread your arms farthest apart, that would be from one arm to the other. You would have that star in your vision, and then it turns red, right? I'm like, wow, that's weird. My buddy's like, he was a mulatto kid, so he had dreadlocks in his head. That'll come back in the later story. So we're looking in the sky. Then the white star that turns red, comes back across the sky. We're like, wow, what the hell? My friend's like, what's going on? We're all camping out in the back of my house, and we're like, what the hell is going on? And he's looking at the thing, and then next thing you know, it goes out of our vision. We go, wow, that's weird. A star turned white to red. We're like, wow, that was really weird. Next thing you know, about 5 minutes later, this thing looked like it was the size of the big, like a mall, like a Walmart, like a big Walmart, going like 40 feet, 100 feet above us. It looked like a rock that was on fire, like a steel rock that was on fire. It went above us, right? Me and my friend, I don't even remember standing up or anything like that. We were standing up. We were trying to get in the house. Our parents used to lock us because we would go in and outside the house, outside the house when we were camping out in the backyard. Like, no, they would lock the door. Oh my God, we were trying to get. We were clawing at the doors, trying to get in the house. Oh my God, it was so scary.
Let me get this straight. A Walmart-sized UFO basically hovered just 100 feet above you guys. It must have been surrounded. Where exactly did this take place, or where and when? I want to get the details.
Okay. All right. So do you know where the Appalachian Trail is?
Gotcha.
You know where the Appalachian Trail goes to? Right before it goes into Vermont, it goes through Williamstown and North Adams. It's on the farthest left tip of Massachusetts. The farthest little corner, like that little corner. The Appalachian Trail goes right through there. That's not the only. I've seen other.
Okay. Okay, let's keep going with the story. So you're scratching at the doors. You're freaking out for basically your life. You have other people there with you. How did this all go down?
I had another friend with me. My sisters, the girls couldn't sleep with the boys, right? So the girls had a tent. My sisters and her friends were sleeping in like a 5-room tent. They had way more girls. There was only 2 or 3 boys in another tent in the backyard. We had probably like a 300-foot yard. So they were on the left side of the house in a 5-man tent. We were in it was my birthday. Me and my friend was in a tent, and the others were smoking cigarettes. We wanted to be away from them. We weren't supposed to be smoking cigarettes. So we're smoking cigarettes, looking up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like 14 years old, you can't smoke cigarettes at that age. You know what I mean? But we figured out a way. We're smoking cigarettes and looking up in the sky. You know, we're getting away with it.
Don't smoke cigarettes. We get it.
No, cigarettes are bad. This is what I'm saying. I've quit since then. But when we were little, you know what I mean? This was our thing. I
got it. What about the UFO? What about the UFO? I forget about the cigarettes. What about the UFO, man?
We're looking up in the sky, man. And when we seen that star, it was a white star. It went to the right, and then it turned red. It was like a stop sign. It was a white star, went to the right, turned red, and then it went back over us. We're like, wow, that's freaking weird. And then next thing you know, like 5 minutes later, we didn't pay no mind. And I was telling my buddy, I was like, this is the time shooting stars come out. He's like, yeah, right. How do you know? What are you, Bill Nye? You know what I mean? He's laughing at me and stuff, right? Because usually you do see shooting stars around August. This is when it was around August. So I was thinking that was cool. I was like, oh, this is the time shooting stars come out because that's when I usually ever seen them. Next thing you know, we see this thing come over us. It looked like it was the biggest boulder, but let's say like a metal rock boulder that had flames over it. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like like a blue flame, how it's hotter. It was like a rock.
Yeah.
It was like a rock, but it was like a spaceship. But it was and
so
you know what when that went out.
Like as organic.
Yes.
It didn't seem.
You know when it went over us? Listen, I started laughing uncontrollably. Like I started laughing like a psychopath, like Like, I don't even know. I just started laughing like my head off. I was like, like a weirdo. I don't do that. That's weird. But my buddy, he starts running towards my house. His hair was sticking up off of his head. He had dreadlocks. When we were kids, maybe 5, 6, 7-inch dreadlocks. They were sticking up off of his head. I'm not even kidding you. He's pounding. Yeah. My sister's here. She was in the girls' tent when we couldn't get in the house.
So we have the whole family, your sisters there that witnessed this.
Yeah,
incredible.
Here.
This is Third Phase Moon. I'm getting excited because everybody's hearing this live and they're knowing that you're so genuine. This is amazing. Let's get your sister on.
Eunice, tell them about that time. Well, come here. They wanted you on the radio. Remember the dog was in the room and we ran up to your tent.
Yeah,
and the dog was freaking out. I don't know if she's gonna get on the. Here, just say what happened.
The dog was freaking out and they were shaking and we were laughing at them because we're like, why, you guys are dudes. Why are you guys so scared? Even though we were younger and we're laughing so hard, but to see them so scared, we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, because you guys didn't see it. Oh, yeah, she's cooking something right now, but she's laughing because she didn't see it. We ran over to her tent. We're crying, and we're dude. We lost our shit. You know what I'm saying? Because their parents weren't gonna let us in because they were probably up getting. They were like, yeah, all the kids are outside camping. All right, you know what I mean? Yeah, the girls thought we were just trying to get in the tent. You know what I mean? Because they had a 5-man tent. They probably had all the snacks in there. You know what I mean?
So what do you think this was? So was there talk about it around town? Because this sounds so big, even though it sounds like you're in a small populated area.
I went on and looked up. Like I can look up other possible UFO sightings around the area. I looked up around 97. I think it was around 95 or 97. I can't remember if that was around 11 or 13. But there was other people in Sheffield, Massachusetts, or Peru, Massachusetts, that seen some of the type of the same thing, right? And but this thing was so big that I thought I was dead. This thing was so close when it went over. I thought that it was going to crash 10 miles over, like 10 miles away from us. I thought this was the biggest bomb or like a meteorite or a crater. That's how close it looked to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked so close to us that I thought we was going to be dead. I thought this was going to crash into the planet.
Yeah, it almost felt like whatever this thing was, it was massive, and it shouldn't be levitating there. It should be basically crushing you, and you're running for cover. I totally get it.
I thought I was done. That's for sure.
Well, you know what? This is so incredible, and it's such an insane, amazing experience. UFO, the size of Walmart, that's got to be massive. What is the average size? This is bigger than a football field almost. I'd say they're almost. Some of these Walmarts get quite massive. So.
It looked like a rock. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It looked like a rock with bluish, orangish flame around it, right? And me and my friends, we've always told people about this. They're like, yeah, right, whatever. And you know what? I don't know if you've ever seen anything. I don't know if your brother has ever seen anything. But when you see something, right, and nobody believes you, like, you could sit there, you could pull your own teeth out and be like, look, I'll pull this tooth out if you believe me. Nobody's going to believe you, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, nobody will ever believe me. I don't care, because I can go to my grave knowing that I've seen this shit, and it's crazy, and I have no explanation for it. You know what I mean? It's really.
Well, you know what? It doesn't always need explanation, but man, I got a feeling there's a lot of people here that are amazed with this story, and I'm no expert, but why would you even come up with a story like that? You can't make up stories like this, sir. We're believers here. We're believers, so don't worry about that. And I'm so glad you got to share your story tonight. It's amazing.
a subscriber of your show for the longest time, and I was sitting here listening to my sister like, why don't you call in when people are calling? I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? She's like, just call in, wussy, but she didn't say wussy. You know what I mean? So I did.
And
yeah,
you did.
well,
And you shared it to the world, man. You shared it. And wow, that is incredible, people. That's what Third Phase Moon's all about. Sharing people's experiences and sharing it live. And that is, I bet you, such a relief, because I'm sure he's only told a few people in his life. Now he's telling hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people this story. And I'm sure there are people that have seen the exact same kind of UFO, the size of a Walmart, that resembles some kind of rock, but a mysterious rock form, organic UFO. You seen one like that, people? You let us know in the descriptions below. I want to hear it. I want to hear it, because all these stories relate with other people. You're not alone, people. You're not alone with these experiences. Okay, it looks like we got somebody calling in from our backyard. I don't know how long the radio show is going to go. We're going to try and keep it going as long as possible. 808, you're live. Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight?
Hello. Hello,
Yep,
Blake.
you're live. Third Phase Moon. Yeah.
What's up?
Welcome
question.
to the show.
I just had a thank you, man. I just had a quick question. I don't know if you guys seen last week on Facebook, there was a UFO sighting in Malaysia. I wanted to get your input on that, and what do you think about that?
Okay, well, you got to describe to me. I see a lot of UFOs all over the planet, but what's it about?
I mean, this thing was huge. It passed by a city in Malaysia, and there must have been like
yeah,
5
I got
to 6.
you. I've seen this video. It's actually, sir, it's been out for about 5 or probably almost about 8 years. That video. It's nothing new. Actually, it's just a great job, but yet on CGI. But this thing has been out for 7 years. There's a lot of people that are trying to put out old news and make it new again. So that's what you're looking at, sir.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to get your input. You know, happy to be on the show. Always listen to you. Always watch everything on YouTube. Follow you on YouTube channel, and I just think it's great. Keep doing what you guys do.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. But let me tell you, you just heard that last caller, and don't let me make you think that I don't believe otherwise, that there could possibly be massive UFO sightings, and people are witnessing them, and they're massive. But in this case, I just don't think that video is the one showing it. Plus, it's been around for 7 years, and they're trying to make it new. That's kind of a flag for me. But, hey, appreciate the call in. Appreciate the call in. All right. Okay, let's bring in the callers. We're going to go to area code 832. 832, you're live. Third Phase of Moon. It sounds like you got a bird in the house.
Hello?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
We're live. Third Phase of Moon. This is Blake Cousins. How you doing tonight? 832, you there? What happened to 832? Okay, yeah, you're live,
hey,
sir. How you doing tonight?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Doing good.
Doing good. Show. Thank you so much for answering my call. So, yeah, man, I'd just like to get right into it. I remember one time when I was about 13 years old or so, we lived in an apartment complex, and it was right around my birthday time, which is in January, and I'd gotten a skateboard. So I was skateboarding up and down, the apartment patio kind of. Two apartments shared a little patio, cement driveway. So I was skateboarding up and down there listening to Vanilla Ice, Ninja Turtles. And then so I noticed that this classmate of mine, a girl named Nikki, was peering out through the window. So I kind of wanted to show off and impress her a little bit. And I went a little bit closer to her house. Well, after a little while of doing this, I kicked my skateboard up and I looked up into the sky and I saw an amazing visual spectacle. Lights very much like the stars at first. And, it was eerily reminiscent of, I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl lights last night, right during the Super Bowl game, the orbs that they used to kind of make that, the presentation. That's kind of exactly
some people
what it
are calling
like,
it actually Project. Some people are saying that's Project Bluebeam at work. Some people are saying that's some heavy-duty drone technology. But, yeah, there's always some kind of subliminal action in regards to UFOs and alien abductions. And you look at the commercials, they're written all over it with UFOs, flying saucers. So they're getting us prepped. But go ahead.
It's amazing. Well, and look, Blake, I'm not an expert by any means, but I'd like to caution any listeners out there. If you're wearing headphones, take them off because I'm about to blow your fucking mind. The drones that you saw last night, believe it or not, the military
had that technology 50 years ago, and probably the drones that the military has now are unbelievable. That's probably what Rendlesham Forest was, just a gigantic drone. But either way, I'm digressing. So either way, so we were watching the lights, and I'll be honest with you, the way the lights were moving, I started almost getting into a trance. It was kind of like a virus was invading our body. Oh my God, it was amazing. The next thing I remember, a bunch of us are outside. My family, my neighbors, and I were all looking up, and I'm telling everybody I predicted it. I knew they were coming. How did I know? Well, I don't know. We all saw the craft all of a sudden. It was hovering above the tree line. The entire apartment complex seemed to be outside, kind of like in a trance. It obviously wasn't the entire apartment complex, but the people immediately around us, my father, and everybody else. The ship seemed to be made out of a living liquid type of glass, almost allowing us to see inside of it where it wanted us. Not all over it. It wasn't translucent or transparent. You were only able to see inside of it, much like a house with windows, but the rest of the house was like a window, frosty, just unusual. The craft was silent. The trees swayed away from it, almost as if they were being submissive to it. You know, like when you have a dog and it cowers from you, or almost like that, kind of like something afraid of his own shadow. But I wasn't afraid or nervous, so I waved at them. The large portions of it were lit in a way that allowed us to see just specific portions on and off. The way it blended itself onto itself was amazing. It was like a religious experience. It was exciting. So I remember standing in a large room surrounded by adults and children. I don't remember, you know, I think my memory of this is a little distorted. I was only 13, but I remember I was surrounded by adults and children. I was only 13, but somehow I felt as if the kids around me were probably my children. The craft was very still, but you could tell it was distorted somehow. The climate was distorted. The room wasn't round, but infinite. It was odd. I was being stared at. I was being examined. I was laying next to Nikki, and we were both naked. The next thing I know, we're all watching them leave, and the distortion is leaving with them. And like reality was distorted, kind of like the video that you posted, that fascinating video that you posted with the portal opening up on the, you know, around Area 51. Something very similar to that.
Let me just give a quick reminder. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to get bumped off, but I'm going to have this guy keep going if we possibly can. So it looks like we're able to keep the show going. Thank God we blocked that, because they're sounding like there's some interruptions with your voice. It's sounding like some of the information is very detailed.
Shit.
And this is okay. Keep it down on the bad words, though. That's fine. We could.
I'm sorry,
but that's all right.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it's so weird. But yeah. The portals and
the distortion around that portal. You know, when you're watching that portal, how, like, you know, kind of like when you stare at a flame, the outer edges of that flame are almost like reality is distorted. This is kind of like how the whole experience was, right? So the next thing I know, we're all watching them leave, and when they're leaving, it's almost as if the distortion is leaving and dissipating them, kind of like a song that was fading out. The crotch area of my pants was covered in goo. I'd ejaculated myself during the course of the night. I was embarrassed. It still hurts. Nikki did end up telling me that she was pregnant a while back, and she didn't know who the father was, me or one of them. I don't think it was an alien, because this was several years later, and she was pretty loose. But even to this day, you know, I bumped into Nikki on Facebook, and I'm trying to get her to, you know, validate my story, but she's just too ashamed or embarrassed to talk about it. But this is one of many encounters that I've had throughout the course of my life. And I don't know that I'm being abducted, but I know that ever since I was a kid, I was fascinated with the idea of UFOs. And I was even trying to make instruments in my own spare time to try to contact them. So I'm not saying that I'm an alien abductee. I don't know what's going on. But I know that the experience that I had was a traumatic experience. At first, I was afraid. I was afraid to sleep with any closet doors open. The very first time I saw that movie, Communion by Whitley Strieber, it frightened me, right? So this is one of the toughest things for me to do, but it's something that I feel needs to be out there. And Blake, this is why I want to commend you for the job that you're doing. You're letting us all go out there. I'll let you go on that note, Blake. Thank you.
You heard it, people. You heard it, and I appreciate you my friend. It's people like you that share your experiences and have the courage to come forward and do what you just did. The basically testimony for the world court. Everybody, the world is judging people like you that call in. And to come out and share what you just shared, just like all the callers tonight, quite amazing. That's why we keep the lines open. And we're going to be doing it again this Friday, so don't forget to join us Friday night, same time, everybody. If you're on the East Coast, it starts at 11 p.m., and if you're on the West Coast, it starts at 8 p.m. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Stay safe, and if you think you heard something strange or people need to get this word out, don't be afraid to share this with your friends. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates as they come in on a daily basis. Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. Keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone.